So based on the assumptions that we had earlier, let's kind of compare. We're almost done with this program. So let's compare the two mortgages, right? So let's say mortgage one, 400,000 at 4%, 30-year term, right? This is your monthly payment, $1,900. Mortgage two, 400,000 and loan interest rate, 4%, 15-year term. This is your monthly payment. That's around $1,000 difference in monthly payment. Your side fund, we talked about the side fund where you can earn 6% on the side fund, the difference, right? And then you're looking at a marginal tax bracket of, let's just say around 30%. Let's look at that scenario. So what is the rate of return required? Because we've already watched this on the previous video. Now we're going to look at the difference, right? Like, what is the rate of return required in your side fund to pay off the 30-year mortgage in 15 years? Okay? So what is the rate of return? Based on this, you only need to compound at 2.8%. So what that means is if you can put it in an account somewhere, meaning the difference between the 30-year mortgage and the 15-year mortgage, because I know it's $1,000 different roughly. So that extra $1,000, if you can put that in an account where it can compound at 2.8%, this is also calculating the tax deductions, right, that you're going to get. You only need to compound at 2.8 in order, in 15 years, you'll have enough money sitting in that account to pay that account in full. And this is why I always tell people, when I'm telling you never to pay off your mortgage, I know that was kind of like counterintuitive, but I'm saying is if you want to pay it in full, you have that option, right? Your cash is sitting there ready to deploy if you need to pay that in full. But while you're still in the accumulation phase, your money should be accessible. Okay, your money should be accessible. And it should be compounding because return on equity, again, I'm going to repeat this, is zero. The house is going to appreciate anyways. It's going to do what it's going to do. Or you could be in a scenario where, you know, like your neighborhood starts to depreciate, meaning it starts to shift, right? To where the houses are starting to go down in value. And that's not what you want, but you don't want to be in that scenario because now, like I said, equity, money inside your house, trapped in your house is earning nothing. The house is going to go up anyways, it's going to go down anyways. You don't know what it's going to do. You don't know what the economy is going to do. We don't control that piece. Okay? So based on this, all you need is that amount. Okay? Think about that. You just need less than 3%. In 15 years, you're going to have enough money there to pay that house in full when needed. And you're not even calculating all the investment opportunities along the way. What if every 5 years, every 7 years, the market crashes 30, 40%? You don't have to participate in that. You can just enter that whenever it's down that much, right? On the side fund. This kind of gives you a visual, right? This is your side fund. This black line right here. So as you're paying down your mortgage, right? This is mortgage number one, the blue line. Let's go here. Mortgage number one is the blue line. Is while you're paying that, and then your side fund here, it's earning that 6%. Really, in reality, you only need, like I said, less than 3%. In 15 years, you're going to have enough money there to pay this mortgage in full. And you're going to have an asset class that's going to be compounding for you. So let's assume that that side fund is earning 6%, right? If that side fund is earning 6% in 13 years, okay, in 13 years and 5 months with 6% return, that's even less than 15 years, right? In 13 years and 5 months, you're going to have enough money in that side fund to pay your mortgage in full. And this is the reason why I tell people what I mean by never pay off your mortgage. What I'm trying to say is, like, instead of you dumping an extra $100,000 inside your house where it's earning zero, or paying an extra $1,000 a month to pay your mortgage faster, there's a better, more efficient way. So in this scenario, with 6% in 13 years, you're done with your 15-year mortgage. You have enough money sitting there, compounding, and if you ever need to pay it in full, you can pay it in full. So that side fund includes that monthly deposit, right? The difference on the mortgage, and also includes a deposit on the tax savings that you have. And let's look at the other graph on this. Look at the graph on this one. Now you have an asset class. You have an asset class now. This is your first mortgage, and then this is your side fund earning 6%. This is year 13. This is year 15. You already have enough money, and now you have an asset class that's just getting better and better and better every day. And this right here, mortgage one, again, you're looking at mortgage one and mortgage two. Mortgage one, this is mortgage two. In 15 years. So all this is just comparing your tax savings too, right? There's a little spread there. It's not much, but there's a little spread. Meaning in 15 years, okay, you've saved that much in your tax savings as far as mortgage deduction and tax savings, because in 15 years, once you're done paying that, there's nothing else to deduct. You're gone. This one goes all the way to 30, right? It's larger here because you're also paying more interest, so you have more deductions there. But if you go to 30, like I say 15, that one stops. Mortgage 2 stops as far as the deduction goes because you're done paying your mortgage. Oh, this one keeps on going. So there's also that little spread there. Like I said, it's not much, but there is a spread there. There is a difference there. Money is math. Don't forget that. So let's go back. Let's go back to those questions that we've had earlier. True or false? A large down payment will save you more money than a small down payment. That is false. We've talked about that earlier now. A 15-year mortgage will save you more money than a 30-year mortgage. Again, we've discussed this and we've proven this with math. Making extra principal saves you money. Again, that's false. If you understand the relationship between inflation and mortgage, you're basically putting your money in a position where it's trapped inside your house earning 0%. If you can put that in a side fund that's earning a certain amount, whether it's 4 to 6%, you're going to be much better off, right? It will offset the savings that you're doing, because again, don't forget this, your dollar today with inflation is worth more. That's the best it's ever going to be. This is why whenever we discuss the banking system, they want your money now. Of course, they want you to dump that extra $100,000 and give it to them. Now you don't have control of that money. They can use that money, that purchasing power of that $100,000 deposit that you give them, of that extra $1,000, $2,000 that you're giving them a month. They can use that because the purchasing power of that is going to be at its best today. So when you drag it for a very long time, that $2,000 that you're paying to them 30 years from now, that's going to be worth less. So they would rather have that money today than in 30 years from now. That makes sense because of inflation. So that's false. Interest rate is the main factor in determining the cost of your mortgage. Again, we've discussed this, right? It's not the main factor. There's a lot of things to consider, and we went over that. So that's false. You can have the same interest rate and still have wealth transfers. You are more secure having your house paid in full than 100% finance. This goes back to you paying cash. We discussed this. So for most people, whenever I ask these questions for the first time, everything is usually true. Now that you know the answer to this, that there's a better way, there's a more efficient way, where your money is in a better environment. So knowing what you know now, hope this helps, okay? Hope this expand your knowledge in mortgage and how money works, and hope this whole presentation helped in understanding the difference between the relationship between inflation and your mortgage, and also like the difference between paying cash for your house and financing your house.